r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What is the craziest reason you have heard for a breakup or a divorce? Wife was sensitive to fluorescent light bulbs, but the husband kept insisting on having them to save the environment. He would change out the incandescent bulbs when she was asleep multiple times. She got sick of it and filed for divorce. She went and saw a fortune teller for fun. She was told that he is not the one she's seen with in her future. So she broke up with him the next day. The guy in r/skiing yesterday, whose girlfriend left him because he wasn't as skilled in skiing as her. Divorce. He was with her in the delivery room while she was giving birth to their first baby. After that he was grossed out by her anytime he sees her. She said he didn't even sleep with me in the same bed anymore, so she filed for divorce. A couple of years ago, I was at a restaurant and the couple next to us were arguing. The lady was upset with the man because he wouldn't buy her the newest BMW that had come out that year. The man started listing all the luxurious things he had recently bought her, including the ring on her finger, and proceeded to call her an ungrateful brat. She got up, slapped him, and stormed out crying. I always wonder if they made it to the altar. Hurricane Katrina. Wife was a Team A medical first responder for a hospital. Husband was not. Once it became obvious how serious the storm was going to be, both made the decision for the husband to evacuate with their cat and stay just north of the city with family. Wife was stuck for well over a week in the city dealing with hell on earth. She eventually made it safely out of the city. Her husband claimed that the cat ran away from their family member's home. I can't remember the reason he gave. It wasn't until they were gutting their home when the wife finally found out the truth. Husband forgot their cat and left it at home. The same home that received several feet of floodwater and sludge. They found what was left of the cat's body in the home. She filed for divorce so fast. 100% do not blame her. It's still a crazy reason. 5-year marriage, never consummated. Wife just refused to do anything or to seek any help to resolve the issue. Only justification given was that she couldn't. She didn't see what the big deal was though apparently, as when told that the marriage would be terminated, she told everyone she didn't know why the husband would want a divorce. Source: I was the husband. Sometimes in hindsight it doesn't even feel real. Sounds like a bad romance novel plot, but it was all too real. Alpha husband not wiping his ass any longer. I recall hearing a Reddit story, think it was a Kevin story, where a stepdad wanted to divorce his wife if she didn't make her kid from a previous marriage magically biologically his. And no, he didn't mean let him adopt him. The dad really thought you could change your kid's genetics to be his own. My wife joined a cult. Read a post on here where a man left his wife because she breastfed their newborn son, and he couldn't stand the idea that another man had touched her breasts. Dude was absolutely abusive and fucking awful in so many ways. I'm glad she got out. My grandpa was jealous like this about my dad as a baby. Insane. Unfortunately my grandparents didn't divorce, but at least my grandma lived a few years longer than my grandpa. They all had serious issues. About 15 years ago, a co-worker's wife came into a hardware store I worked at and got into an argument with her when he shouted that he doesn't think his daughter is his because her tits aren't big like his sister and mother's when they were closer to his wife's size. I'm not sure if this is crazy. A local lawyer specializes in silver divorces, that is older people. When interviewed, he was asked about the oldest person he had arranged a divorce for. He said it was a 93-year-old man. When he asked the man why he wanted to divorce so late in life, he said, "Because I want to die in peace. I'm in love with my robot vacuum." In one case, a man allegedly filed for divorce because his wife became too attached to their robot vacuum. I saw a story on Reddit about a woman whose husband left her cause she got breast reduction done on her huge breasts that were debilitating her. The dude packed his stuff while she was in surgery without letting her know he was leaving. Disagreement about whether they were called chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Neither party could believe that both were names for the same thing, so they broke up. Up against the barriers at a Bob Dylan concert. Mark Knopfler was opening. Halfway through Knopfler's set, the couple next to me started arguing. The dude was screaming at her, calling her a slag, because she was making eyes at the bass player. Finally he stormed off, excruciatingly slowly because the crowd was so thick. Asked her if she was alright, and she said, yeah, he's a prick, and she seemed to have a blast the rest of the gig. Two of my really good friends, who everyone saw as the perfect couple, split up. 2 days later, my then partner told me he was leaving because it made him realize that if they could split up, anyone could, so we might as well get it over and done with now. A girlfriend was looking through my CD case and found some KMFDM CDs. She had a complete breakdown. I was completely baffled. She thought KMFDM stood for Kill Motherfucking Depeche Mode. Apparently, Depeche Mode got her through some hard times, and she loved their music. I told her that probably wasn't true, and if it stood for anything, it was probably something in German, since they were a German band, but the damage was done. I'm a big fan of industrial. KMFDM means Keen Merheet Verdienmitlied, in English basically no pity for the majority. I wonder what she thought about NIN or RATM. If I recall correctly, there was a Reddit story about a woman divorcing her husband because he would close the lids of their jars too tightly and she could never get them open. The wife had chronic dry eye, which made her contacts uncomfortable. Husband could not handle the fact that her eyes were different colors. It was so a woman could get the urgent care she needed for her illness. It was an insurance loophole to save her life. My ex broke up with me because I was her first person she had sex with. Her mother told her that she couldn't settle for her first and needed to go out and have sex with more people. The crazy thing is that her family loved me and we were happy. I did end up dodging a bullet. She drinks like a fish now and gets a new job every 3 months. When I was in college, a girl I was dating told me she felt that the Holy Spirit had told her we needed to break up. Yes, she was a Mormon. Someone posted about a couple divorcing because the husband kept bringing his mom on their honeymoon trips. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.